Hello and welcome back everybody to Everlasting Summer. So, my original plan today was to play some Margikaman, but I really have to know if he really forgot about Lena. I tell you man, this game got me by the balls and now it's just dragging me along. I have to know what's happening next, like for real. Hey there, sad face. Uljana. Here to suggest something. Come on, let's dance. It's way too early. There isn't even any music yet. Blah, you're so boring. Yeah, I'm not the merriest person for such an event. She ran away. So, Uljana did wear something like an evening dress. Pretty funny. Hi. Slavia. Hey. Well, she looks good, I have to say. She sat down by my side. How's the evening? Fine. Oh, I gave her a different voice, did I? How is you? Why are you so sad? I'm not. I don't even know if you can hear the differences in the voices I make. I mean, by now I have a consistent voice for the little girl and kind of for Slavia, but the rest I'm always changing, so it doesn't matter anyway. Okay, well, dancing will surely cheer you up. Maybe. Don't forget to save one dance for me. She laughed and ran towards the music equipment. The situation was getting serious. I wouldn't be able to sit through the whole dance party. Hi. Ooh, Lena came closer. Oh, hi, you're here too. Is that such a wonder? Yes. Okay. Gonna light this party up? The joke fell flat. Lena blushed and looked down. Well, maybe that's not the best idea. Setting things on fire. Okay, then I guess I'll... Yeah. She left. So, did I misunderstand something? Are we supposed to help cleaning the next day or something? I have to rewatch the video. Maybe I misunderstood something. It looks like the whole camp was at the square. The pioneers formed large groups, talked, joked around and laughed. At the DJ's panel, Uljana argued loudly with Olga about the playlist for the evening. And here it is. The music started to play. I didn't know the band or the song, but if you asked me, I really felt that I'd tag it Soviet pop classics. Huh. Well, it sounds neat to me. I don't know what your problem is, dude. The pioneers just stood there for some time as if not hearing the music. It's always hard to take the first step, especially if you're pretty sure that you'll be the only one who would take it. Uljana seemed not to grasp the simple truth. She reached the center of the square with few bounds and cried out loud, "What are you standing around for?" and started to wiggle ridiculously. Wiggle is the exact word. You couldn't find a better one. It looked so silly and funny that I couldn't resist laughing. She noticed it. Hey, Semyon! I pretended I couldn't hear her. Stop! Sorry, but that kind of caught me off guard. That would have been the exact same thing that I would have done, and usually I get the exact same reaction. Stop pretending, come over here. I kept ignoring her. The pioneers slowly realized that they weren't too sexy for this party and started to dance. It looked really silly from my point of view. Shaking one's arms and legs to the beat of long-forgotten hits. Come on, get real. Hey, don't be a douchebag. Of course, I couldn't dance at all, but this thing couldn't be called a dance either. Hey, Semyon, what are you sitting there for? Don't you want to dance? I was so deep in thoughts that I hadn't even noticed Slavia. No, not really. Are you sure? She smiled. Maybe later. Hello. Earth. To Mr. Head in Space. Why not? At least let me decide. Damn, what am I even doing here? One invitation to dance would completely ruin my pride. I started to think about an appropriate excuse to leave and was looking for the moment to do so, but then I saw Lena. She was slowly heading my way. Maybe we should go? Where to? I was so immersed in my thoughts that I didn't really get what she meant, so I was right. There we go. To the infirmary. But if you want to stay here and dance... I doubt she was going to dance. Lena had stood aside the whole evening. No, I'll pass. Let's go. At least I won't have to stand here like a shy nerd. Seriously, trying to conceal myself in the corner wasn't very pleasant. A bull in a china shop would be more agile than me on the dance floor, and have the slightest intention of dancing in the first place. So I didn't need to decide, he did it by himself. That's okay, that's good. Well, shall we go to the infirmary? The music is a bit mysterious. Huh. Lena brought me out from my thoughts. We'd been just standing near the canteen for some time. Yes, sure, thank you. What for? She looked at me in surprise. Well, for getting me out of there. I shouldn't have told her that dancing is not my thing. It's, you know, so boring there. Seems to me you don't like dancing. There was not a trace of sarcasm on her truthful, even childlike face. I don't know, she always looks kinda skeptic, you know, always like, hey, don't give me that bullshit, dude. You know what I mean? Seems like she really doesn't understand. Yes. Doesn't? Why doesn't she understand? Wait, did I misread that? Seems like she really doesn't understand. Huh? Okay, I don't get it. Maybe someone else did. I didn't get it. Yes, don't like it at all. I'm not into it. Me too. No one ever invites me to dance. Aww. Aww, that's sad. That's kinda sad. So they will dance in the end of the evening, I suppose? Lena blushed and stared at ground as usual. Strange. What's strange? Well, that no one ever invites you. You think so? Again, she looked at me with an expression of surprise and a lack of understanding. I got confused and couldn't find what to say in return right away. Yes, certainly. If I like dancing, I would have invited you for sure. Thanks. We didn't say a word for the rest of the way. I kinda have the feeling now I'm walking on the Lena path. That's a bit unfortunate. I'd preferred the Slavia path. Or the Slavia route, or whatever it is. Anyway, I'm already telling, you know, who knows if that is true. Who knows if that is true. So, let's just go our merry way and see what the game has for us in store. And don't do stupid speculations and stuff. That's always me. Always stupid speculations. And in the end, like in 90%, they are not true. Except for my speculations in Capella's Promise. They are like 90% of the time true. That's why the game is good. It has my thoughts. You know, the whole game is part of my brain. Yeah, that didn't sound silly and stupid. Lena obviously felt too confused by my awkward compliment, and I just didn't know what topic to choose for a conversation. It was completely dark by that time, and the gloomy building of the infirmary, covered in the night mist, looked strongly like a haunted house. I felt a strong desire to turn around and walk away without making any noise. I threw a quick glance at Lena, and noticed that she looked like usual. Shy, modest, uncertain, but not in any way scary. It just made me even more uncomfortable. It can't be that she's not scared while I... Suddenly an owl hooted nearby, and I shivered. Lena seemed either not to hear it, not pay attention to it, or just not be scared by it at all. I hardly could believe the third option, but I didn't want to ask her about it, giving away my own fear. Well, that was a good decision, my friend. I ended the infirmary. End of the game, I killed the nurse, I had to go home. End of story. I entered the infirmary and found a switch in the dark. Will the nurse come later? She won't come. Okay, she won't come. Understood. Wait a second. What do you mean she won't come? Ah, I see. It is not that I'm afraid to be alone with Lena. Indoors. At night. With no one around. Only in movies does something happen under such circumstances. I wonder what horror movie culture in the Soviet Union was like. It is just that I'm with Lena and not with Uljana or Slavia. And it seriously changed my attitude towards things happening. There are the boxes. She pointed at the messy stack of boxes. There were about a dozen of them. It would take much more time than 10 minutes of work. I put one of the boxes on the table before me and started to take out its contents. There were bandages. Lots of little packs of bandages. Here, take this. Lena gave me a piece of paper. There were some fields and I quickly realized that I should put the name in the left, the description in the middle, if there is one, and the quantity in the right field. It's not a database, but it'll do. The work started in full swing. I hope you pay attention. If I were the nurse, I'd be there when they do that, for real. Like, that can, be seriously important. Semyon? What? I looked at Lena. She stared at me for a couple of moments, seemingly making up her mind to do or to say something, but then lowered her gaze again. No, never mind. It was physically hard for me to just sit without saying a word. However, I didn't dare to speak first. Not only because I couldn't think of a good topic of conversation, but that I was just feeling shy. This girl could easily be embarrassed by anything. Ah, come on, dude. Don't be overprotective. That's stupid. That's really stupid. Semyon? Yes? You are counting them all over again. Indeed, I had started to take out and put into the database the bandages I had already counted. Oh, sorry. She didn't answer. Hey, where are you from? I mean, where did you come from? Meaning, where were you born? I mean, where do you live? Well, there is a town not far from here. Not far from here? Where is that? Somewhere. Looks like she doesn't want to talk about it. That seems like a common theme in this game. Just quit it, man. It's no use. Is Lena hiding something too? It is explicable in the case of Olga, but in Lena's case, it is absolutely not like her. Is it a secret? No, just... So, is it somewhere in the south too? I should have thought of something more original. Every single one of my sudden ideas turned out the wrong way, and this attempt to play spy worked out even worse. And I thought about south just because the only pioneer camp of the Soviet Union I remembered was Artek. Yes. Lena hesitated to reply. I couldn't quite tell if she was lying or not. Don't you like it here? I wonder what part of what I said made her think so. Absolutely not, I like it here. My false friendliness sounded very insincere, grating on the ears. What about you? I like it. It's so calm here. There are lots of books in the library. And the people are nice. Nice, but not all of them. Why? Did I really say that last bit out loud? Turns out I did. Well, you know. Uljana, for example. She is like an energizer battery with a completely unbalanced point of power application. Hey, come on, she's okay. She's a child, man. Don't be a dick. I mean, she's a complicated child, that's true. The only dick I have met so far is probably Alisa. She's really a dick. Battery? What? Maybe I really was sent back in time. Never mind. Or Alisa. The saying, a pioneer is the kid's role model, certainly doesn't describe her. If everyone started following her example, it would be a complete disaster for the country in 20 years or so. Maybe more like 10. However, thinking about it now, you can draw the conclusion that everybody did follow the example of Alisa in the 80s, where I probably am right now. She's not like that, actually. Not like that? Not like what? Not like what you said about her. To begin with, I hadn't said anything. I just stated the fact that she's not the best example to follow. Well, maybe. Sounds like you know her well enough. Probably. I asked that question only to keep the conversation going and didn't expect an answer like that. Alisa and Lena were so different. The idea that they could be so close was unbelievable for me. We came from the same town. As if she had foreseen my question. We have common friends, even though Alisa's 1 year older. Okay, that's a little bit strange. Oh, not like that. I'm just surprised. Everyone gets surprised. Lena smiled a bit. I took the second box. Analginum. Activated caracol. Analginum. Activated caracol, saline solution, potassium, medical stuff. Lena always spoke in simple sentences. How can I communicate with her if every conversation turns into a monologue or just an awkward silence? Man, just don't think about it. Be natural. Be just yourself. That's not that hard. I wasn't quite satisfied with such a state of things. Sometimes it looked like she's hiding something behind her mask of shyness. But what? You know, I read a book not that long ago. Do you like science fiction? Not much. Damn, another failure. Oh, if you don't like it, then what books do you like? Different kinds. The conversation... Best answer. The conversation wasn't going smoothly, and I had to turn it off for the better. Who knows why, but I thought about the dance again. Feelings of uneasiness, discomfort, and even shame overwhelmed me once more. Looks like I'm not that different from Lena when it comes to such things. I am shy and afraid of things I don't understand or can't do. How do you know that she is? I mean, she's shy, obviously, but how do you know she's scared of things she doesn't know? I should probably overcome my own fears before anything else. And this will help me to understand her better. I've made up my mind. There are only a couple of boxes left. Yes? Hey, I've got an idea. How about we go to the canteen afterwards? I think the tape recorder was taken back there. What is it doing in the canteen? What? When did she say that? Oh, gimme what? Hey, I've got an idea. Again? How about we go to the canteen afterwards? I think the tape recorder was taken back there. Huh? Okay, I don't get it. Why he is asking that if he said that, but okay. I hesitated. What for? Sincere look made it clear that she hadn't the slightest idea what I'm going to offer. Well, frankly speaking, I just don't know how to dance. That's why I don't like it. There's the reason I was so confused back there. Maybe I could thank you by dancing with you. But She stopped sorting out the medicine for a moment, blushed, and looked right into my eyes. I got a bit stubborn. It really was a stupid idea. It's okay if you don't want to. I don't insist. What if someone sees us? I certainly didn't think about that. It's not a big deal, but everybody's asleep already. And no one is going to go to the canteen at night. How will we get in there? I should have thought about it beforehand. Well, I did have Slavia's keys, but didn't want to mention them. Someone could get the wrong idea about me stealing them. That moment I regretted that I still didn't get my cell phone from the leader's cabin. Anyway, I had to say something to get away from this awkward topic. What kind of music do you like? Different kinds. I'm not really into it. Then let's imagine that it's playing now. I mean that we hear it playing. How's that? Like it plays in your head. I still remember the melody the pioneers were dancing to. The music and words were really clear in my memory. I'm not sure I can do it. You can just try. Probably. I've got her consent. In Lena's case, even that probably can be considered yes. Hey, I've heard that before in the ending of Katawa Shoujo in the oh god, brain fart. Lily was always with Hanako, there we go. It's only okay if she says yes. Only. We silently sorted medical supplies for the rest of the time, writing down their names and quantities. I should pay more attention to every word I say after such luck. I stayed silent most of the time though. Soon we finished the last box. I gave Lena the filled-in list and started to stare at her, like I saw Bigfoot riding a unicycle while juggling piglets. Jesus. It was amazing, frightening, and above all, mesmerizing. She suddenly broke out laughing. What? That look of yours. What about it? It's just funny. Really? Yes. So, where are we going to go? Where? Her last words unsettled me. I completely forgot what we were talking about. Frankly speaking, I had completely left this world for a moment. Well, you know, to dance. Lena blushed right away, and her face took on a strange expression of shyness, uneasiness, and fear. Ah, yes, sorry, I was just lost in thought. Let's go to the pier. I don't know why I chose that place. Maybe because you could run into a pier near the square, in the residential area, or near the canteen, but not on the pier. That's what I thought, at least. Or maybe because of the large, bright moon reflecting on the water in the night. And it's this full moon today. I don't know how, but this solution should but this solution... what the fuck is wrong with me? But this solution just offered itself. If you don't like it, then we can... She likes it! No, that's really a nice place. Let's go dancing for God's sake. I want to do it now. Yeah, really, what the fuck is wrong with me? Lena locked the door and we made our way into the pier. Night fell on the sleeping camp. Should we follow the road? Why? It will be faster through the forest. There is a nice path there. It's dark there. Are you afraid? Not really. If you want to. Okay, but can I... I'm sorry. But man, look at... Sorry. But look at the crushed poop. It's so ridiculous. Sorry. Sorry. Totally serious again. Without finishing, she grabbed onto my arm. Is it okay with you? Now it was my turn to blush. Oh, of course. We walked through the forest. It was hardly a forest, though. More like a small grove between the camp and the pier. About 100 meters long. I would never think that there would be anything to be afraid of, even on my own. But it just seemed like Lena's fear was so contagious. The branches swayed over us. I shuddered and Lena clung to my arm even more strongly. Don't be afraid, it must be a squirrel. Yeah, it's probably Uljana, I suppose. Maybe, I don't know. We reached the pier. The night was really beautiful. I walked closer to the river and called Lena. Look! The pier, the boathouse and the moon were reflecting in the water. It looked like another world with the surface of the water being the door to Wonderland. You could just jump and find yourself on the other side. May I have this dance? I extended my hand to her and bowed clumsily. Lena hesitated. I must have overdid it with my mannerisms. There's nothing to fear. I'm not good at it either. Why either? She never said she couldn't dance, though it was kind of obvious. How do you know, you sucking douche? Okay. Lena gave me her hand. I let her a bit aside and gently put my arms around her waist. We just stood like that for a few moments. And what next? Well, I don't know. Do you remember that song? Barely, but I remember. Great, let's waltz like in the movies. How is that? Instead of answering her, I carefully started to move in a circle with Lena. See? Not that hard at all. Yeah. We waltzed for several minutes, or whatever you could call. I felt her warmth, though we were not close to each other. Her chest heaved heavily, and her face started to blush more and more. Lena didn't look at me, averting her eyes from one side to another. I suddenly realized that I had never felt anything like this before. It was tenderness overtaking reality, as if I found myself in another, better world. And maybe you are, who knows? I realized that I didn't want to let this girl go, and that I would give up anything just to go on waltzing with her forever. I clasped Lena tighter, and only then she did look straight at me. There was surprise and confusion in her gaze, but no fear whatsoever. She wasn't afraid of me and didn't push me away. And you said you can't dance. I really can't. I was confused. I didn't expect that reaction from her. Where has her confusion, shyness, and fear disappeared to? You too dance so pretty well. I know. A playful smile crossed her face. Or maybe it just seemed to me. No, I swear I saw it. How is that possible? The image of shy and modest Lena didn't fit together with this moment at all. I can't read a book by its cover, you know that. What should I say? What should I do next? I could only keep on waltzing with her. In this dance, which was getting stranger with every passing minute. Semyon? Semyon, where are you? The voice came from the edge of the forest. Damn, worst timing ever. Cock block intensed. Semyon! It was Olga. She must have been worrying because I should have been back a long time ago. I should have guessed that tireless camp leader would start searching for a lost pioneer. I should have warned her beforehand. There is no point in thinking about it now. Lena looked at me questioningly. Being seen together would not be the best thing. Why? Let's go and tell her that everything is alright. No, let's hide and return to the camp later. Her idea was strange. Everything was going so well. At least something was starting to work out. Or seemed like it did. But what was that something? Okay then. I decided not to argue. It wasn't appropriate in such a situation. Olga shouted for a while and left. Let's go. Yes. Lena didn't grab onto my arm on the way back. I was a little bit frustrated, but wasn't certain enough to take the first step. We kept silent again. It was not typical of Lena to start a conversation, and I just didn't know what to say after everything that happened at the pier. Well, I mean, not that much happened. She kept looking at the ground all the way back, keeping her usual expression. What a bizarre change. Or to be more precise, what was bizarre was that smile on the pier and Lena's words. She stopped at the square. Well, I have to go. Okay. Thank you for today. Yes. Lena turned around and headed to her cabin, and I kept standing where I was. What the hell was that? That dance, that sudden change in the mood, and then everything was back to normal. It was like I was embracing another Lena in that short moment. That's right. She wasn't herself. She seemed a completely different person. Maybe I don't know her well enough. True that. I had a feeling before that Lena hides something under her mask of shyness. Probably. It takes much longer than 2 days to understand someone. Definitely. Damn, what should I do? Maybe I was just seeing things. I walked to the leader's cabin. The whole camp was sleeping, so there was no one to see me. So what? What's wrong with a pioneer taking a walk at night? When I was almost at the door, I heard a noise behind me. Knew it. The branches of the bush near the trees rustled as if someone moved there. Knew it. There shouldn't be any wild animals around here. Someone must have been watching me. That very moment I rushed in the direction of the noise, forced myself through the bushes and looked around. It was too dark and I didn't see anything or anyone. There was no point in going in. Even if someone was watching me, he must have been gone already. I went back to the cabin. So it wasn't Uliana? Or maybe it was, and we'll find out tomorrow. The light inside was on. Looks like she is still awake. Simeon, where have you been? What do you mean, where? Me and Lena have been sorting medical supplies in the infirmary. I told you before that I would do that in the evening. Really? When was that? Took you long enough. I was in the infirmary about half an hour ago. It was closed and the lights were off. Well, we decided to have a little walk. I'm fretting about you while you're out having a walk. Well, sorry. I'll let you know beforehand next time. Please do. Go to bed, it's late. I can't help agreeing with her. It was by any measure a hard day. I was too tired to think about the evening's events, and I doubt I would have any decent thoughts. Decent in the way of not perverted, or do I understand that wrong? The main thing is that I had not a single idea how to react to all of this. Okay, not that way of decent, got it. To Lena, to the camp, to this whole world. I practically haven't spent even a minute on looking for answers. Moreover, I've been avoiding it as if the possible discovery scared me. And Lena, the time I spent with her was much more important than all of my attempts to return to the real world. I could worry myself for a long time, trying to understand what I did wrong and what I didn't do at all, but exhaustion overcame me. I wonder if it's only Lena from now on. Like, if it's similar to Katawa Shoujo, when you once you are on one way, you stick with that way. You know what I mean? Or not way, but route. I woke up with a hellish ringing inside my head. The ringing seemed to be coming from the depths of my consciousness. Probably just, a bell or something. Or an alarm clock. But after I came to my senses, I realized that the cause of this ringing is my alarm clock. Strange. Where did it come from? Why is it standing near my bed? It was 7:30 according to the clock. Olga had already left and there was nobody to force me to go to the lineup. Thus, I can sleep a bit more. I closed my eyes, but seemed like my consciousness had already had its coffee and was ready for a long, productive day. I need to get up. I should plan my day out. After all, I need to at least find out something today. But still, nothing came to my head. Fine. I need to wake up completely and wash myself. On my way to washstands, I met Xenia. What got you up so early? Anything wrong with being up early? She looked at me as if I had insulted her. No, nothing. Just curious. None of your business. Gosh, Xenia isn't very sympathetic even when she's in a good mood, but today she just looked furious. The cold water perked me up, the fog in my head dissipated, and my thoughts started arranging themselves. Curiously, I started to worry about finding a good place in the canteen, more than about finding answers. I brushed my teeth and was going to leave, when a quiet sound wafted past my ears. It's probably a squirrel, or some other animal. I heard another sound, this time a bit farther. I walked 10 meters along the path, searching for the source. Nobody, just the morning forest. I returned to the washstands and saw Miku, who was looking for something in the grass. Noticing me, she smiled and jumped up to me. Oh, hello, good morning. I accidentally scattered my tooth powder just trying to gather it up all back. Jesus. The dewy grass didn't seem to be helping matters. Are you sure that is a good idea? Well, why? What else can I do? I don't have any more. It was the last I had. She pouted like a child who had just had her favorite toy taken from her. Here, I'll give you mine. I dug into my bag. No tooth powder there. Strange. Didn't I just put it there? I walked away for just a minute and now it's gone. Listen, it looks like I have forgotten it. I didn't want to tell her that it just had gone missing. Knowing the sensitivity of this girl, it was safe to assume that vanishing household goods would impress her so much that her brain would reset itself in order to avoid overheating. Probably. Well, I'll be off. Yeah, cheers, visit us. I mean, visit me in the music club. I'm still alone there, but I... Miko's voice faded in the freshness of the summer morning far behind me. Ah, man, you're a little bit rude, though. You're really a little bit rude. Getting back to the leader's cabin, I took my cell phone and looked at the battery meter. Enough power for a day. Maybe even less. Of course, it won't help much in here, but still. Finding a charger in the 80s would mean inventing it. Probably. I was going to head for breakfast when somebody knocked the door. It was Lena. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. I was taken aback a bit. The events of the previous day were still fresh in my memory, but I didn't really want to speak about them. You're probably looking for Olga, aren't you? Oh, well, no. I mean, yes. Lena was her usual self, shy and easily embarrassed. The dance on the pier. Now it seemed no more than a dream. She's not here, I'm sorry. Okay then. I'll go. Okay. When Lena left, I thought that I'd been too cold towards her, so I decided to be nicer on our next encounter. Good idea. That was really kinda stupid. Still, regardless, the morning was shining and beautiful. The bright sun was shining over the space and time displaced pioneer camp Sovyonok. I'll never get that right. Warming its residents and filling them with energy to spend the day productively. Or in my case, to waste it in futile efforts to find an explanation for everything happening here. Well, you didn't try to find out too much up till now. There was an unusually large crowd near the canteen. Of course, there was no other place in the camp that pioneers loved as much as the canteen, but why were they all crowding on the porch? I came closer to find out what was going on. It looked like the camp had gathered at the porch. Everyone, I suppose. There were all the familiar girls, Olga and Electronic. They were having a lively discussion. I drew closer. Ah, Semyon. Have you seen Shurik today? Nope, what's the matter? We haven't been able to find him since early morning. Disappearing pioneers. Well, that is something new. But he was with you yesterday. She was talking to Electronic. Yes, he was. So you woke up this morning and he wasn't anywhere near to be found? No. Why didn't you come to me immediately? Well, I thought that he got up early and went to wash up or something. Didn't he mention anything yesterday? Interjected Slavia. For example, that he was going somewhere, for instance. Nope. What exactly is so horrifying about that? It's only 9 a.m. He might have decided to go for a walk. You don't know Shirik. She looked over at me seriously. Well, no I don't. But I didn't see anything suspicious in this situation. Okay, let's stop panicking. We find him. How could he miss breakfast? Ulyana grinned. Exactly. Time to eat anyway. The pioneers proceeded into the canteen. Yet again, I had no choice where to fit in. The only free place was at the table with Alisa and Ulyana. Oh, jeez. No, I don't want to start an episode with these two. Let's get this over with. Ha! Take a seat. She pointed at the chair next to her. I sat down. Aren't you gonna get your food? Good idea. I hadn't thought about that. Today's breakfast didn't look much different from yesterday's, but it looked more appetizing. Or maybe I was just very hungry. Or maybe I was eager to finish it off as soon as possible, to avoid yet another Ulyana prank. Wanna go to the beach with us today? When? Right after breakfast. Generally speaking, relaxation wasn't on my agenda today. But if I was going to spend my time thinking, why shouldn't I do it while getting a suntan? Sure, why not? Ah, cool. Seems like I don't get to decide anything anymore. In the beginning I decided so much. Ha! Well, she smiled nicely. I bet you're planning another prank. No, not at all. Ulyana waved her hands at me. She sure is. Alisa grinned. She's always like that. No way. I think she is, right? Nobody believes me. Ulyana took her tray of dirty dishes and stood up. Enjoy your meal. She said in such a way which left no doubt. Nothing good awaits me at the beach. Me and Alisa were left alone. You know, I guess I shouldn't go with you after all. Why is that? Well, I've got something to do. And what exactly would that be? She looked in my eyes and I couldn't even find an appropriate excuse. I don't even have a swimsuit. Try mine. You think it will fit me? Give it a try. I don't think it's worth the effort. Don't be a wimp. We'll find you some swimming trunks. Those words only added to my fear. Wait for me by the canteen. I'll be back soon. Okay. There's nothing wrong with waiting for her, is there? Okay. Finishing my breakfast, I left the building and sat on the stairs. Pioneers, all having their own business, hurried past me, one by one. No one stopped by me. No one even looked in my direction. It seemed they didn't consider me a stranger, but exactly the opposite. Just another teenager their age, their comrade, you could say. I caught myself thinking that I had started to consider this camp and its inhabitants with not as much caution as I had on the first day. Well, that's kinda normal. Okay, so, let's do the beach episode next episode. Maybe we'll meet Slavia or something, I don't know. Or maybe, I don't know, me again with my speculations. Okay, so thank you everybody for watching. Come back for the next part and see what happens. And I'll see you then. Bye bye.